You know, I was reading about the origins of polygamy in early Mormonism.
Oh, really?
And it's fascinating how it all began under Joseph Smith.
Yeah, it's a topic that's always intrigued me. What did you find most interesting?
Well, it's just that Joseph Smith claimed polygamy was revealed to him by God as part of the restoration of all things.
Right, and that revelation is in the Doctrine and Covenants, section 132, isn't it?
Exactly. And what's even more intriguing is that he kept it secret at first, even though he married multiple wives himself.
Estimates say he had anywhere from 20 to 40 wives, right?
Yeah, that's what the records suggest. It's really controversial even within the Mormon community at the time.
I can imagine. It must have been quite a challenge for members to accept something so radical.
Absolutely. Many saw it as a test of faith and obedience because it really went against social norms.
And for the women, entering into these plural marriages must have been a huge leap of faith.
Exactly. They believed they were fulfilling a divine commandment,
right,
which is quite profound when you think about it.
But it wasn't all smooth sailing, was it? There were plenty of challenges within these families.
Oh, definitely. Jealousy, competition, and social stigma were common issues they had to navigate.
It's interesting how polygamy also helped create tightly knit communities, though.
Yes, because these complex family structures fostered mutual support and unity among the members.
Exactly. But do you think it was also a survival mechanism for them?
I believe so. They were a persecuted group,
right,
and with many men lost to violence and displacement, polygamy provided protection and stability for women.
But couldn't they have found other ways to support each other without resorting to polygamy?
That's a fair point. But perhaps in their context, they felt this was the best solution given the circumstances they faced.
But as polygamy became more known, it drew sharp criticism from the rest of America, didn't it?
Exactly. The broader public and the government saw it as a moral outrage and a threat to traditional values.
In fact, the Republican Party in 1856 condemned polygamy and slavery as the twin relics of barbarism.
Yes. That put the Mormon Church in direct conflict with federal authorities, which escalated tensions.
And then there were the anti-polygamy laws like the Morrill Anti-Bigamy Act.
Right. Passed in 1862. And later, the Edmunds-Tucker Act of 1887, which allowed the government to seize church property and disenfranchise polygamists.
That must have put immense pressure on the church leadership.
Indeed. And eventually, in 1890, President Wilford Woodruff issued the manifesto, officially ending polygamy in the LDS Church.
But even after that, some members continued the practice, right?
Yes, especially in remote areas, which led to the formation of fundamentalist groups that still practice polygamy today.
And the LDS Church has distanced itself from those groups, hasn't it?
Absolutely. They emphasize that polygamy is no longer part of their doctrine, and focus on their global mission and family values.
It's fascinating how this complex history still affects perceptions today.
It really does. Polygamy remains a topic of fascination and debate, both within and outside the LDS community.
Popular media often sensationalizes it, which can lead to misunderstandings.
Exactly. The reality is much more nuanced.
Right.
It's like judging a book by its cover.
That's so true. Do you think the church could do more to educate people about this part of their history?
Well, they do acknowledge it, but perhaps more open dialogue could help in reducing misconceptions.
I agree. It's important to understand the historical context.
Definitely. Understanding why polygamy was practiced sheds light on the complexities of their faith and the social dynamics of that era.
It's a reminder that history isn't always black and white.
So true. And it's interesting how some aspects of the past continue to influence the present in unexpected ways.
Yeah, and discussing these topics helps us gain a deeper appreciation for the challenges and decisions of that time.
Exactly. It opens up avenues for empathy and understanding rather than judgment.
Right. Well, this has been a really enlightening conversation.
I agree. I've enjoyed diving into this topic with you.
Me too.
And exploring the complexities of early Mormon polygamy.
Maybe next time we can delve into how the LDS Church evolved after ending polygamy.
That sounds like a great idea. There's so much more to discuss.
Looking forward to it.
All right then. Until next time.
Until then.